Hello there everyone, I am the Common Sense Guy and some people would know me better as Jason. How are you all doing? Um, it is the morning after the night before, or rather it is the morning after my birthday stream. As you can see, bushy-eyed and bushy-faced and happy as Larry. I don't get hangovers, luckily enough. Though, did have an amazing time. Absolutely enjoyed having Magic Bollocks on. I enjoyed having B on. I enjoyed having Jay Willie, and I also enjoyed having Brandon on as well. Amazing guys, amazing people. Thank you very much for coming on and spending the time with me on my birthday. But does everybody remember me saying about my laptop's processor and how it was running at around about 95 to 97% with just a couple of window tabs open, mostly Chrome? Yeah, I tried recording a video today as I was going to do a video on some form of Christianity. I won't go into it, but I tried recording it. Yeah, because the processor is not cooling down enough due to the fan being broken and needing to be redone. I can't do videos at this moment in time. The recording software that I use is quite heavy on processing power, and if the processing power was at 90 something percent while just live streaming basic without OBS and only with a couple of window tabs open, no apps running in the background or anything, just put it this way, the decoding for the recording, it's a jumpy. It's just a bit jumpy, just a tad. So I'm not going to be putting any videos out like that whatsoever. Though I would say to everybody that I'm going to have to wait until I personally get paid, which probably will be the 16th now. And then after that, I will try and get my laptop fixed, and I will also try and get myself my desktop, because at the same time I've got a spare room that I can use, which would be very beneficial for me, and being able to put it into a computer room and whatnot. So I think I'm going to have to take a little bit of a time off, even though I've got so much stuff that I wanted to get done. I wanted to redo a political compass test. I wanted to do a couple more bits. I've got so much science stuff that I wanted to do for Mondays and Fridays as well. I've got so much stuff that I want to get done. I've got so much stuff that I want to do and incorporate into the channel and getting done and everything. But life just gets in the way. It just gets in the way. I mean, shilling, I suppose, would be an idea at this point. If anybody does want to just throw some pennies my way, then by all means, please do. But this is more of a thing that I'm going to have to try and sort out. I can still do some sort of forms of live streams as I have a tablet. So I'm probably going to have to do some forms of live streams instead of doing some forms of videos. So look out for them, I suppose, because I'm going to have to try and sort something out with that. Because there's no way that I can do any videos because the processor is just running way too hot and the computer just will not let me do anything. I've also got to do some let's call it janitorial work on my computer as well. I've got so much junk on the computer that I actually need to get rid of most of it. And by junk, I mean thumbnails, I mean old videos that I've downloaded so I can do responses to, just stuff like that. Just all the old videos that I've done as well, I keep as a record just in case YouTube deletes my channel. At least I have a record of the videos that I've done and I can upload them again somewhere else. So I have records for that, so I kind of need to transfer that to an external hard drive. So I'll try and sort something out with that. But you'll probably get these small little snippets of like opinion pieces and everything else like that now, rather than me going out of my way to do high, in-depth breakdown analysis of what's going on, or when I just take the piss out of people. As I said, I do have a lot more planned, and I am sorry that it's all happened at this point in time, but the thing is, with my laptop, I've dropped the laptop when I was moving it, not last night, but a couple of days ago, and on the corner where it hit, just where the lid starts to go up, there's a little bit of a corner where the fan goes in, or where the air vents for the fan are, should I say. And it's broken. And because it's broken, it's actually lifted the bit on the corner bit where the power supply bit is as well. As in when you push the button, the power supply is on the opposite side. So luckily enough, that's not broken, so I can still charge that one. As anybody that's ever watched my channel knows, and I have a problem with charging points as well and power usage. Yay! But that's basically what's going on with my laptop at the minute. So I'm doing very, very well at this moment in time. But I do have so much that I have planned. I do have a lot more that I'm really interested in doing. I want to have a lot more talks with people as well, and just discussions about open ideas and just being able to express those ideas. Because as I said yesterday in my drunken rambles, that I do feel that we need to understand all of the problems that we perceive there to be. Because if we don't understand the problems, how can we ever deem to sort the problems? Because the ways that we use and try to sort the problems now are not working. So the only way of being able to do that, in my mind, is understanding the problems and then moving forward. But then again, that could just be me being wishful thinking. I don't know. But that's the point in the reasons why humanity and humans in themselves will communicate with each other. Because if we don't communicate with each other, how do our ideas grow? How do our ideas change and shape? And sometimes, most of the time actually, get better for the future. Because if you just have an idea that you think's great and it's never challenged, how does it evolve? The thing is with evolution, whether you believe it in a macro or micro point, whatever, is the case of if it's not challenged and it's not trying to be sorting out or adapting to where it's supposed to be, an animal or a plant or whatever, or any sort of form of life form to be fair, then it's a case of the evolution will not happen because there's no need for the evolution or mutations to happen or occur that would make them actually be better than what they are. And that's the same thing for ideas. If the ideas are not challenged, then they can't evolve. So if you have an idea where you think it's absolutely perfect, but because you think it's perfect, you leave it. But because somebody else with fresh eyes or a fresh opinion or something that's completely different, an alternative idea or view that can see the flaws in it, may not help you in going forward with the idea, but once you find out that there's flaws in the idea, you can then reevaluate it and then actually produce the idea to make it better. That's the great thing about humanity. The fact that we can and should communicate. So that's all I really wanted to say, is that I won't be able to communicate with you for long, because unfortunately I'm going to have to try and find other ways, of alternative ways of doing this type of thing. At the moment, not going to be able to use laptop. Laptop kind of died last night. And as I said, this morning, tried to record a video. It will not record a video. The decoding for the editing software and recording software just will not accept the CPU burden on it. I imagine that it's because of the heat and the way that the heat has been building up, I imagine, because I'm an idiot. I imagine that it's starting to cause adverse effects around where the CPU and processor is, because it's getting worse. So I'm assuming that the heat damage in itself is getting worse. But we'll see. We'll see. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to get off, because otherwise I will be here all bloody day. So thank you for taking the time to actually watch this video, understanding what my plight is, and it always seems like I've got fucking something wrong with me or something going on. And oh, by the way, I actually start college tomorrow, Tuesday. Going back to do my level 3 counselling course as well. So for people that are not up to date with what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing, yeah, I'm going back to college as well. So I will be trying to get my laptop fixed as soon as possible, simply because I might need it to, you know, print off some work, you know, something like that. So I'm gonna have to do something, turn my spare room into a study. So I'm gonna have to focus on doing that. Let's see what happens. See what happens. I'm actually trying to better myself. The thing is, I've got so much planned for YouTube, but I don't want to stay on YouTube. Not particularly. The reason why I don't really want to is because I don't think it really benefits anybody. It doesn't really benefit me. It doesn't really benefit any of you guys. I think the only way that YouTube really benefits people is when they're just watching for entertainment rather than information or getting rid of confirmation biases. Because the only way you do that is watching opposite opinions. And let's be honest, how many people actually do that on YouTube, where they actually go and watch opposite opinions, where they would go listen, understand, and try to either rebut or understand what is actually going on. Not many of us, to be fair. Most of us are quite happy with our confirmation biases. So that's the reason why I'm quite happy going to college. It's what I want to do. I want to go back and I want to do counselling, as in I want to be a counsellor. I want to be in the psychological field. I want to try and help people as best as I can. After I've done my level 3, which is a year's course, I will be a fully qualified counsellor. But I will be staying on at college to do my level 4, which is a 2-year course. So for 3 years, I will be doing something. I'll be doing my college and stuff. Then after that, I am looking into going into doing work, because after my level 4, I could set up businesses if I wanted to and be a counsellor completely and utterly by myself. But that would seem redundant for me to go off and completely and utterly do it by myself from the beginning when I have no experience in the actual field of talking with anybody in that aspect. So after doing my level 4, I would like to go in and doing some work. I'd like to go in and do some work with children. I would like to go in and do some work with Samaritans for free of charge, obviously, as well. And try and just build up my resume, try and build up my skills, so to speak, my actual practical skills, and actually being able to help people. Once I've been able to do that for about a year or two, while doing that as well, I would also like to go off and do a master's, which I can do at college as well, for child trauma. And that's for physical child trauma as well as mental child trauma. So I can actually do that at the college as well, though I might have to travel for it. So that will be quite interesting. So that's also another 2-year course as well on top of that. So technically that's 5 years that I'm going to have to do as a student, which, don't get me wrong, I'm getting old now. But once I'm qualified and once I actually have everything that I want, I think I'll be doing all right. Those are my plans for the future. And I wanted to share my plans with you guys because you've been with me for such a long time, or at least most of you have, where it's almost been 2 years. I think it comes up to 2 years in July or August. I think August this year will be my 2-year anniversary of uploading my first video. I think July is when I first set up the channel. Or was it December? Yeah. But August is definitely the 2-year gap for where I put up my first video. That's a definite. I know that for a fact. But so much has changed in that time. The people I've worked with, situations have changed and adapted. I've changed and adapted. I'm not the same person I used to be anymore. Also have different ideas to what I used to as well. Because that's the amazing thing about talking to people and interacting with other people from around the world that have different perspectives of what's going on. Your own personal views change because it's a natural, progressive evolution. Your ideas are amazing, but if you talk to other people, then the progress of that idea even gets better. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble quite a bit now, and it's coming up to over a 14-minute video. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do too many videos now regarding my laptop. Everything's going amazingly well with life in general at the minute, but we're getting there. I'm getting there, and I will get there in general. But I just wanted to keep you updated and let you guys know that there's a reason why my schedule has now been thrown off. Once I do get my laptop fixed, which hopefully shouldn't be too long, it should be before the end of the month, because otherwise I will be stranded with college anyway. I will let you guys know, and I will actually post to my Twitter and to my YouTube channel as well for future people to know, is that I will be having an actual I will be having a schedule of letting people know what I'm doing. A notification popped up, and I'm going to have to watch this person do a live stream now because I haven't seen her do a live stream in a long, long time. In actual fact, I don't think I've actually seen her do a live stream, and I invite everybody to go across and watch Pussy Woman Quinn doing a live stream. And if you haven't subbed to her, go and sub to her. That being said, guys, I will speak to you all again real soon. Bye-bye for now.